Have you ever checked your email and found a notification about a new bank account you never opened? Or maybe you've looked at your statement and seen charges you don't recognize. That sinking feeling in your stomach. It's awful, and unfortunately, it's becoming more and more common. Bank scams are everywhere, and with fraudsters getting smarter with technology, the problem is only getting bigger. In fact, the Federal Trade Commission reported that in 2023 alone, people lost over $10 billion to fraud. That's a staggering number. But here's the good news. You don't have to be a statistic. By understanding how these scams work and taking a few simple precautions, you can keep your hard-earned money safe. So today, we're going to break down the 7 most common banking scams of 2024 and exactly what you can do to avoid them. First up, faux bank websites. Scammers are master copycats. They'll create fake websites that look almost identical to your bank's real site, or they'll create entirely new, fake banks with amazing offers, like super high interest rates or no fees, just to lure you in. Their goal is always the same, to get you to enter your personal information, like your login details or even your social security number. Once they have that, they can drain your account or steal your identity. So, what can you do? If you're looking for a new bank, always verify its legitimacy through the FDIC's Bank Find tool, and never, ever click a link from an email to log into your bank. Always type the bank's web address directly into your browser yourself. Next, malicious apps and browser extensions. We all love a good app that makes life easier, right? But be careful. Before you download anything, especially if it's free, you need to be cautious. Some apps and extensions are designed to be sneaky. They track everything you do on your device, silently recording your passwords and personal details. The best defense here is a good offense. Think twice before downloading. Stick to apps from well-known, reputable companies, especially when it comes to your finances. Make sure you have good antivirus and anti-malware software installed, and keep it updated. It's your digital bodyguard. Number 3 is a classic, fraudulent emails, texts, or phone calls. You know the ones. Warning, your account has been compromised. Click here immediately to verify your information. They create a sense of panic, and the caller ID might even look legit, but it's a trick. They're just impersonating your bank to scare you into giving up your info. The key here is to stay calm and not react immediately. Don't reply, don't click any links, and don't give them any information. Instead, hang up or delete the message. Then, open a new browser window. Go to your bank's official website and use the customer service number listed there to call them directly. That way, you'll know for sure if there's a real issue with your account. Even in our digital world, old-school scams are making a comeback. Let's talk about check washing. Check fraud cases have nearly doubled in recent years. Here's how it works. Criminals steal checks from mailboxes. Then, they use chemicals to literally wash the ink off, leaving them with a blank check signed by you. They can then write it out to themselves for any amount they want. To protect yourself, try to use electronic bill pay whenever you can. If you absolutely have to mail a check, don't leave it in your home mailbox. Take it directly inside the post office, and use a pen with permanent, non-erasable ink. Finally, make it a habit to review your bank statements every month. If you see something that doesn't look right, report it to your bank immediately. Number 5 is the check overpayment scam. This one often targets people selling items online. The buyer sends you a check for more than the asking price. They'll have some excuse, like they made a mistake, and ask you to deposit the check and wire them back the difference. You, being a nice person, do it. A few days later, their check bounces. Now, you're out the money you sent them. Plus, you might get hit with fees from your bank. The simplest way to avoid this is to insist on cash for local sales. If you have to accept a check, you won't do anything with the funds until you call the issuing bank to verify that the check is legitimate and the funds are available. Don't just rely on the money appearing in your account. With the rise of remote work, employment scams are booming. A new employer might ask you to use your personal bank account to handle company funds. maybe to pay vendors or transfer money. They'll say it's a normal part of the job, but it's not. No legitimate company will ever ask you to use your personal account for their business. They have their own business accounts for that. Once they have your account details, they can empty it. Before accepting any job offer, especially a remote one, do your homework. Look up the company on sites like Glassdoor and the Better Business Bureau to make sure they're a real, reputable employer. And finally, number 7, unauthorized accounts. Fraudsters can use your stolen personal information to open a new bank account in your name. You might think, so what? It's not my money. But they can use that account for all sorts of illegal activities, like bouncing checks or applying for loans, all of which can destroy your financial reputation. A powerful tool against this is multi-factor authentication. That extra step of getting a text code or using an authenticator app makes it much harder for criminals to get in. If you suspect your information has been compromised, you can request a report from a consumer agency called ChexSystems. It will show you all the deposit accounts opened in your name. If you find any you didn't open, contact those banks right away to get them closed. So, how can you spot these scams before you become a victim? There are a few major red flags. First, if you feel pressured to act immediately. Scammers create a sense of urgency to make you panic and act without thinking. Real banks don't operate that way. Second, if you're asked to send money, to receive money, or to use your own account for business, that's a huge red flag. Third, if they ask for payment in unusual ways, like gift cards or cryptocurrency. These methods are hard to trace and almost impossible to reverse, which is why criminals love them. And finally, be wary of any unexpected communication from your bank. Always verify it through official channels. But what if the worst happens and you do fall for a scam? First, don't panic and don't feel ashamed. It happens to the smartest of people. The most important thing is to act quickly. Go to the FTC's website, Identity Theft. They have a tool that creates a personalized recovery plan for you. Next, call your bank or credit union immediately. They can freeze your accounts, cancel cards, and help you dispute fraudulent charges. It can also be helpful to file a police report. Some banks require it to reverse certain transactions. Also, contact the 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and place a fraud alert on your credit report. This makes it harder for anyone to open new credit in your name. And don't forget to place a security alert with ChexSystems to protect your banking profile. Protecting yourself from bank scams is all about being aware and cautious. By knowing what to look for and building a few simple habits, you can keep your financial life secure. Thanks for watching today. I hope these tips help you stay safe out there. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on how to protect your finances. Stay smart and stay safe.